heard the fable of the hare and the tortoise, the story of the hare that goaded the turtle into a race.
As the tale goes, the hare ran so fast and got so far ahead that out of pride he laid down to take a nap. The tortoise, though much slower, through persistence and effort, caught up to and passed the sleeping hare. Later, cheers from the townsfolk woke him. He jumped to his feet and ran as fast as he could, but was too late. The tortoise had already crossed the finish line.
This is the story you may have heard, but it is a lie. It is the story told out of embarrassment and fear.
Embarrassment of their actions. Fear of what is yet to come.
You see, there were consequences of the hare's defeat. Prior to the race, the hare had a successful delivery business, but afterwards, the business failed. The irony of a business named Speedy Delivery, whose owner was outrun by a tortoise, was too much for the business to survive. He lost everything and fell into deep depression,
Seeking comfort at the bottom of a glass. Where then came the day, while sitting in a dark corner,
he overheard a conversation and saw the unbelievable. It was the tortoise and his twin brother. As they drank, they laughed at how they had cheated. Anger overwhelms him as he hears that one started the race and hid, while the other, hidden near the finish line, completed it. To prevent making a scene, he quietly exited out a side door.
for while the hare seems like a harmless braggart,
he holds a deep, dark secret. The hare moved to this town because he sought peace. Quiet, tranquility, an escape from his past. Formerly he was a warrior, one with anger issues, having been referred to as overzealous, brutal, cruel, dishonorably discharged, and heavily medicated. He sought to restart his life. But it seems that was not meant to be. For the tortoise had conspired to win the race, bankrupt the hare, and seize his business. Now that the hare was bankrupt, he could no longer afford his medication, and was once again submitting to his demons. In his angered state, his mind told him he should have been the winner of the race. The trophy should have been his, and if he had it, everything would be okay again. He submits to his demons and reverts to his former self. He will retrieve the trophy
that was rightfully his. By force.
That night, he goes to the tortoise's house. Heavily armed, with his delusions in control, he approaches the house. With ill intent, he enters. But, thankfully, no one is home. He retrieves the trophy and leaves a gift, then triumphantly walks away. For with that, you might think the story is coming to an end. But no, there is more. And this next part, it will not only change your life, it will change your very perception of reality. He walks away victorious. But his victory was short-lived, for something heavy followed him into the night. And revenge had become destruction without restraint. The labels he once dismissed returned to define his actions. He did not regret confronting deception, but he regretted losing control. For discipline lost is weakness exposed. The weight of his choices met the weight of his body, the liquor, the stress. And his broken mind finally caught up. And something changed. Was it a dream brought on by collapse? Or something more?
He saw a doorway where none should exist.
And curiosity outweighed fear. He crossed its threshold. And he found a place beyond all understanding. An archive of everything that ever was. And ever will be. He found someone that tended this place.
The caretaker had watched the hare's actions in horror.
But he had no choice. The caretaker could no longer continue. Someone must maintain the discs of reality. A new caretaker was required.
And he was given a choice. He agreed only if his terrible deed could be undone.
A correction to reality was offered as a choice. The caretaker would undo the destruction of the tortoise's home. And with a keystroke, the fable came to be. As the hare accepts, the old caretaker collapses and vanishes. In a cruel twist of fate, at that moment, the hare's heart gave out. Within moments, the old caretaker and the new had expired, leaving reality's archive unattended. With no maintenance, discs begin to fail. Failure spawns corruption. And corruption causes realities to blend.
While viewing this tale, you may have noticed inconsistencies, objects that shifted, bodies that did not hold their shape, voices that changed, and places that could not remember themselves.
These are not mistakes. These are signs of an archive without its caretaker. For when no one maintains realities, they blend. And while I can see across that, I am not immune. Certainly you noticed that a fable over 2 millennia old was being shown in a modern setting. Thus ends this tale, The True Hare and Tortoise. A story that leaves as many questions as it answered. As a final thought, when the hare expired, he fell against the keyboard and changed an O to a U. The archive received its final command, and the hare was made ruler.
It began inserting hares and rabbits
On cereal boxes, as team mascots, as parade floats, and more. Slowly implementing its final command.